So I'll ask you a question, right? Why is this speaking skill
Yes, sir.
important? Like, why everybody wants to improve their speaking skill? Why is it important?
Sir, if we can't speak, if we can't,
Yes. If we can't speak, so what?
Mhm.
Yes.
So speaking is important because it can affect our confidence.
Right.
Like
Okay.
if we can't speak properly, then we can face others as well.
Right. Good. Very good. Okay. And you tell me, how can one be a better speaker, right? Like, what things should we keep in mind in order to be a good speaker?
So different things like as we read yesterday as well that we should know about the other person, we should know about the topic,
Very good.
different things.
Yes, we should know
But
about
most
this.
importantly,
Yes.
you should be confident. That
Okay.
brings you, makes you fluent. That if even if you don't have a good vocabulary,
Right.
but if you're confident, you will be able to speak.
What does that mean? Like you said, if you don't have vocabulary and you are confident, so how can you be confident if you don't have a vocabulary or a grammar, sentence structure?
So there are different people that don't know perfect English. They'll speak broken English,
Right.
half English, half Urdu,
Yeah,
but they will
exactly, sir.
speak.
She is right.
Yes, but let me tell you
Because
that
I,
yes, you're right. But let me tell you this, that that is called that is called overconfidence, right? Like for example, when you don't know things and you want to be confident, right? So that doesn't look good. Like for example, if you're very confident and you're speaking like you're comfortable speaking and you're making mistakes and you don't care about those errors or the mistakes, what happens is that it doesn't look good. So yes, like see, you see it on your screen. Yesterday we talked about the speaking skills, right? Now we talked about this fluency and how comfortable and confident you are while speaking. Now this comfortable and confident only comes when you have enough vocabulary. If you don't have enough vocabulary as sentence structure, how can you be comfortable or how can you be confident? So these everything is like connected, right? So, yes, you're right that one should be confident, but if you don't know about the topic, right, you can never be confident. You can only be confident if you are good at that subject and if you have enough vocabulary and sentence structure, it will give you confidence. Do you understand now?
Yes, sir,
yes,
Like,
agreed to your point,
yes,
but I mean that saying something is better than nothing. Standing quiet is wrong then, I guess.
but I would say that like if you say something wrong, it is better to not say it.
Okay.
Yes, like for example, if you are using incorrect vocabulary or sentence structure, you're making fun of you, right? So what I'm just saying is that one should like yes, in the class, if you are practicing with your friends, then you can say you can do that. But in order to like speak in certain places, formal places,
sir.
and if you are making mistakes, so one should not make mistakes, right? It doesn't look good. So what I'm just telling you is that confidence is something very much connected if you are good at that topic. Like I can give you very simple example. Like you have seen all these celebrities, right? Like for example, yesterday we talked about this Imran Khan, right? Now there are certain places where he is very confident, and then there are certain places where he's not confident, right? So when he's not good at something, you this is something psychological that you will not have confidence. Like for example, yesterday we talked about that oath taking ceremony, because there he was taking that oath in Urdu, And I think that he was like, he's not good at Urdu, so he couldn't pronounce certain words. And that was the time, if you see and go and watch that oath taking ceremony, you will find him that he was seriously nervous. Why was he nervous? Because he was not good at that field. Do you get my point now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, like
The
I give this example to many student is that, like, if you see this Shahid Khan Afridi, right? He is a very good batsman. He's a very good cricketer. So when he is on the pitch in the ground, right? Now millions of people watch him, and when he is batting, he's not afraid of anybody. He is very confident. But if you later on after the match, if somebody takes his interview in English, then we find him a little bit nervous. Why? Because he doesn't know English, right? So if you see, if whatever, like, he is good in cricket, so there he is very confident. But if you see, like, interviews, and especially if that interview is in English, so you find him nervous, right? So what I'm just telling you is that if you're good at something, it will automatically give you confidence. So why do we study, right? We study hard, we learn new things because it will give us confidence. So if you're good at something, automatically you will have this confidence, right? Yes. So just let me summarize whatever we did yesterday. So we talked about this speaking skills, and we know that grammar is important, vocabulary is important, fluency is important, right? Pronunciation is also very important, right? Because other people will not be able to understand if you pronounce some words different, right? But okay, and then we have to understand different kind of speaking, and then accordingly make a plan for our speaking. And then we talked about these different kind of presentation or purposes, that if you know your purpose, you are in a better position to speak, right? And then we talked about certain skills, like what should we keep in mind. Okay, we should work hard, prepare, rehearse, right? We should know what we want to say, and then know the audience, know the situation is also very important, know the context, because when you don't know the context, again, you make mistakes. And how to control the fear, we talked about all these. I should not go and repeat it. You should go and read it yourself. So we talked about it yesterday. And then we talked about these barriers of effective public speaking, right? You don't have enough knowledge about the audience. So we talked about improper dress also matters, improper time management, right? Improve your vocal behavior. And then we talked about these bad speakers and their habits, right? Another bad habit. So now, this is important. So once you have enough vocabulary and you know the sentence structure, right, and you have prepared your topic as well, right? You know about your topic, you have enough vocabulary, you know English, you know certain sentence structures. The second thing comes is the fluency, certain sentences, and the way you speak it really changes its meaning. So if you see, fluency is, it's not what you say, it is how you say it. See, like, there are certain people, or sometimes when we talk to somebody, they do not understand it because we don't say it the way we should say it, right? So it really matters how you say it, right? And fluency is nonverbal communication. See, verbal, we talked about this verbal and nonverbal communication. Yes, there are two type of
Yes, sir.
communication. One is verbal. Verbal is when you use words, whether it's written or oral. And then nonverbal communication is when you don't use words, you use expressions, body language, gestures, or postures. So this fluency is what? It is nonverbal communication, right? And nonverbal communication is very important when you speak. So the ability to speak with speed, accuracy, and proper expression. So if you're making proper expression, what happens is that people will understand you, otherwise people will not understand you. So fluency is all these three: speech melody, sentence structure, or sentence stress or accent, there are different accent, right? Voice quality, speed, tempo, how many words per minute you say, and the tone of the voice, right? Pace and rhythm, volume, what should be the volume? Like, for example, if you are very angry, okay, and your volume is very slow, so again, it will not you will not get the purpose. Volume really matters, and then pronunciation and enunciation is very, very important. So if you see these sentences, do you see this one? Where have you been? What does it mean? Yes, can you tell me what is this sentence? What does it mean if I say, uh, where have you been? Yes.
Like sir, तुम कहाँ पे थे sir?
Yes, exactly. Tum kahan pe the? But if I say it in a different tone, it will change its meaning. Like for example, if I say, uh, if I say, "Where have you been?" So see, this will give you a different meaning. Like for example, if I say, "Where have you been?" So I'm curious. See, and if I say, "Where have you been?" Right? I'm suspicious. And if I say it in a different way, where have you been? See, that is when I say different tone, it means I'm worried. So this sentence, if you see, you say it in different 3 or 4 ways, and it gives a different serve a different purpose. For example, if I say this one, right? If I say I'm brave, now this is just normal pace or normal tone, I'm brave. I'm telling you that I'm brave. But if I say I'm brave, so I'm angry. See, if I say I'm brave, what does this mean? Like, you see, I'm
Coward.
saying,
Coward.
yes,
Confused.
confused, nervous. I'm not sure whether I'm brave or not. I'm just asking you, like, you just told me that I'm brave, and I repeat it, and I say, I'm brave. So it means that
Expected
I'm
from someone
asking
that I am
you.
brave or not.
Very good. So see, the same sentence with a different tone, it gives it a different meaning. So, so the way you say it, how you say it, it really means. It's not what you say. It matters like how you say it. Okay. If you see
It's
this
all about your pronunciation,
expression, yes,
expressions.
pronunciation, and we call it intonation, because stress, we stress on different words, and it changes the meaning. Or for example,
Yes, sir.
if I say, it is raining, see, like that is. Or
Yes.
if I say with
Normal.
surprise, it is raining, see, I'm like surprised.
Yeah.
Or if I say, like for example, we have made a plan to go somewhere out, and now it is raining, and I'm like not happy with it, and I say, it is raining again. See,
Raining.
like I'm not very happy, I'm annoyed. Do you get it?
Yes, exactly.
Can you say this last one in a different way? Or if
How
I
are
say,
you?
this one, it's like if I'm very happy, like I mean in summer, when we see this rain and we say it's raining, like I'm very happy
Yes, sir.
that
It's
Exclaimed,
raining.
sir. Exclaimed.
yes, I
Exclaimed.
After a long
explain.
time, it is raining. So
Yes,
we are
after a long
excited
time
to
when it's raining, you say, well, it's raining, right? Like you're very happy. Okay. Okay, now if you see this, how are you, right? When you ask your friends, you say it in a different tone. When you ask your
How are you,
teacher,
buddy?
yes, how are you, buddy? How are you, right? So you say it in a different way, and it serves a different purpose. So this, like for example, some people will say, how are you, right? So, or for example, how are you, right, in Urdu accent or in Pashto accent. Another thing is accent really, if you are learning any language as a second language, you will have your own accent. Do you get it? Like native people have it's their accent is different, but we as Pakistani, when we learn this English in a different, like English as a second language, so we will definitely have our own accent, and there is nothing bad in it. right? Like I've seen many people that they try to copy a British accent, but if you don't do that, it really looks fake, like you try to say it like native speaker. Have you seen anyone who try to copy that British accent or American accent or Canadian accent? I mean, it really
Yes, sir.
looks
When someone talking
Yes,
first
sir.
time.
I've
like,
seen a lot of
yes,
people.
yes,
And
many people do that. So you cannot do that. You can have your own accent, right? But your
yes,
pronunciation should be good. It's very important where to put stress, where to put emphasis. Okay, that it really matters. I hope you are getting my point, right? But I like you
yeah,
should know all these things, and later on, when you practice it and repeat those sentences again and again, this is not easy. It really takes time, right? So if you listen to somebody where to put the stress or where to put the emphasis, it will really improve your speaking. So, like for example, there are these leaders, right? These politicians, they have trainers. They teach them these different words. Have you watched that movie? There is a very famous movie. I forgot the name, I guess. King's Speech. Have you watched that movie, King's Speech?
No,
no,
sir.
sir.
Yes, it's a very interesting movie. There is this guy, okay, and he does like he stammers, right? So he's not very good speaker. And later on, there is a trainer. He helps him out and he teaches him how to improve his this these. Like he is a British, but the problem with his speech is that he stammers, right? He cannot speak fluent. And later on, there is this trainer. He helps him out. He teaches him how to pronounce different words, where to put stress, and so you should go and watch that as well. It will give you an idea the means and what stress means. So if you want to put stress or emphasis on certain words, so you should know how to say it. So right, like there are 5 or 6 tones, we will be talking about it. So if you see these sentences, there is a way, right? There is a method, there is a rule that you can understand that different tones. And another way is that like I'm talking to you, but I'm not singing, right? So if you see in singing, there are different pitches, right? Like the high pitch or the low pitch or the high note and the low note. Do you know anything about music? Yes. There are certain songs that you sing it in a higher pitch, right? And there are certain
Yes, sir.
singers that they are very good in singing that song in a higher pitch. There are certain people, if they have not practiced it, right, singers, they cannot sing in a high pitch or where to change the pitch. Like for example, ordinary people like us, when we sing, okay, why people do not like our singing is that we don't know where to change the pitch. So when this tone is the like there is a variation in the pitch. Some people, they talk in monotonous way, right? Like their pitch doesn't change. They all the sentences, all the talk, they say it in one pitch, and it really makes people bored. Like for example, if you see this bus horn or this car horn, right? Like if you see that is a monotonous, like for example, beep. See, if you listen to this kind of noise, it will really annoys you. Why? Because there is no pitch in it, right? It doesn't change. There is one tone, and if you listen to one tone like for a long time, okay, for a period, what happens is that it really annoys you. It really makes you bored. So in order to be a good speaker, there should be a melody in your speech, right? Like sometimes you use a high pitch, sometimes you use a low pitch, where to change the stress, where to put stress on certain words. It can bring melody to your speaking. Do you get it? So there are different tones, right? We'll talk about it. Let's see whether you understand these different pitches or not. It's very, I mean, confusing, a little bit confusing, but then there is this rule that you can apply and you can know which one is the higher the higher pitch or the low pitch or the down tone and the cross tone. There are different tones. Do you understand it? Yes, give me
Yes,
some
sir.
feedback, please. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So if you see the first tone is like we'll say tone number one, okay, that is the up tone. Here, what we will do is that our tone will go up, okay? Like for example, if you see all these questions, right? These are questions with, let me a little bit zoom in. Okay, so if you see this one, the first tone. So let's say these sentences and we'll say that the pitch changes, right? In these sentences, the pitch is different, and another sentence, it will be different, right? So if you see, if you read this first one, is she there, right? I'm a teacher. My name is Shahzad. Can you swim? He is the killer, isn't he? So whenever we have these questions, right, the question sentences, and when the question sentences, when all those questions, the answer to those are yes or no, okay? Or for example, these take question. Do you know take questions? This one, the last one, take question. Like for example, if you say, you're happy, aren't you? Or for example, he is a teacher, isn't he? So see, I'm asking this question. This is called a take question. So if you see these sentences, it has a rising pitch, right? Like for example, it goes the normal pitch and at the end it goes up and then like this. So the pitch changes. My name is Shehzad, right? Oh, is she there? See, there up goes up and then normal, right? Now, let's compare this tone to another one, and you will see that what is the difference, right? Like, for example, these two sentences will be totally, it will have a different, you see this another one. Let me make it on the one page, then you will be able to see it. Yes. Now look at these, compare these two, the tone one and the tone two. So if you see this one, why is he there? Oh, is he there? See, is there a difference between these two? Yes. Can you tell? Yes. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
See, these two have different. The this one, the WH question is having a low tone or a down tone or a falling. These are all the names. Why we are doing it is then in exams they will ask you. So down tone or falling intonation is the same. Okay. So what happens is that these are always WH questions. So whenever you ask a WH question, it has a different intonation, and when you ask a question, those questions, the answer to those questions are yes or no. This one is a rising one, and this one is the low, the falling, the down tone or the up tone. So if you see, it's these are different. Like for example, where do you swim? Or for example, or if I say, do you swim? Or where do you swim? See, do you see the difference?
Yes, sir.
So can you? So one rule is that you can listen to it, right? And you can know whether it's a rising tone or a falling, right? But there is another rule is that whenever we ask these WH question, it will be a down tone. And when we are asking questions to like the answer to those questions are yes or no questions. So we will call it yes or no questions or WH questions. So that is the difference that you can tell. So in exams, maybe we'll ask you an MCQs question. I know there are MCQs questions, right? You got the paper pattern, right? The paper pattern will be like this, that you will have 15 MCQs, 15 marks, and then there will be a lengthy, a long question, a subjective paper. So in MCQs, I can ask you, I can give you a sentence, okay, and then I can ask you whether it is having a rising tone or a falling tone. So do you get it? So And if you see this one, I hope you are understanding, right? If you
Yes,
see
sir, we are.
statement, so
I am a teacher.
statements, sentences also have what? So rising and things. One is the yes or no question. The other one is the take question. So if you see, if we have a take question sentences, so again that will also have a rising or a uptone take question. And I hope you understand take question now. Can you make a take question? I will say something and you make a take question. Okay. I will come tomorrow. Hello. Or
Yes,
for
sir.
example, if
Yes,
I say
sir.
he's sick,
Ji, sir.
can you make a take
Yes, sir.
question for this sentence? He is sick. Hello. This
Yes,
one.
sir.
This is
Yes,
a
sir.
take. This is a take question. He is a killer, isn't he? He is sick, isn't he?
Isn't he?
Yes, isn't he? So this is a take question. This one. This is a question and this is a take question. Please wake up, be active.
He is sick, isn't he?
Yes, very good. He isn't
Yeah.
he? Or if I say he is not sick, isn't he?
She is a teacher, isn't she?
Very good. See, so yes, that is a rise. A teacher, isn't he? Oh,
Shabash.
isn't she? But see, the way you say it really matters. If you say it like this, he is a teacher, isn't he? It doesn't serve the purpose. You have to say it in a different way. He is a teacher, isn't he? So see, isn't he? Or isn't she? It has a rising tone or a up tone or all
Samira
these
Rama
names.
Shumani Rokhwana Washara.
Faraday, please switch off your mic. If there is a noise out there where you're sitting, you can switch off the mic and we'll not hear those noises. Okay, if you see there is this another tone, and that is tone number 3. We call it cross tone. Like, for example, when you're talking about these list, whenever you are like making a list of something, I'm going to the store to buy some milk, eggs, butter,
Okay, sir, doesn't matter.
cheese. Yes. So these are called
Sir,
cross
you
tone,
can go, sir.
right? This is a different one.
You can
See,
go, sir. We will leave the class.
Sir,
what?
example lage mala.
No, I'm just giving you example.
That's the DS
I know
again.
he understands it, but he is very funny, right?
Haha.
He take it
Yes,
serious, sir.
haha,
He take it
he
serious.
understand.
He
He
is
is just
making some
making that
fun.
joke. But that was a very excellent.
Seriously,
Yes,
seriously, sir.
you're very.
I imagine that you are going right now.
No, I'm not going. I'm just telling you
Then I think
this.
you don't looking at the screen.
Sir,
Yes, yes. It
has
means that no, he is. He was just making a
sir has
joke.
رزان تخشالو.
Yes. Seriously, are you that bored? We
Just
can
خشالو
go.
lingo ورطلو.
No, you can seriously
I'm
leave.
not. We are not bored.
So if you
Oh,
see,
sir,
if
we are really enjoy your class.
right, so if you see, I'm going to the store to buy some milk, okay, eggs, okay, butter. So if you see here, the tone goes like this, and then it changes a little bit, see, and up and down. So this is like a cross tone, right? So you change it a little bit, not the
Yes,
previous
sir.
one, the one we studied it. So whenever you're talking about these different type of list, what happens is that your tone changes, okay, and that is called cross tone. If you see this another one, the fourth one, down up tone. So it goes down and then it goes up. Like for example, if you are using these different words like but conjunctions or however contrast, or on the other hand, or if you want to say something more like moreover, like for example, you say something, well, I'm very happy today. However, see, however, the way you say it, right? But if you say I'm happy, however, so people will not understand. So you change the tone, okay, accordingly, right? So this is called down up tone. So how will you understand it? Sometimes you cannot understand it while listen to it in the beginning. So there is a rule that whenever you are like saying something opposite, if you're using but and however, or if you want to say something more like moreover, in addition to, on the other hand, certain kind of words, you change your tone, and that is called a down up tone. Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
So, okay, the fifth one, the last tone is the up-down tone. Like, for example, and this tone is what happens is that when you show emotions or aid emphasis, like, for example, when you say, it's too good, right? So you're putting emotions in the sentence. Like, for example, when you say, it's really good, wow. Like, when you say all these words, like, you put your emotions. If you're happy, or if you're sad, right? Or exclamations and exclamatory sentences. That's good. See, if you say it like this, that's good. It doesn't serve the purpose. But when you say, that's really good, see, you say it in a different tone, and that is called up-down tone. Do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So
Yes,
I
sir.
will
We
just
get
say
it.
a sentence and you tell me which one is it in these five, right? Okay. How do you do? Which one is this? One, two, three, or four? How
Two,
do you
sir.
do? Huh?
Two. Tone
Two.
number two.
Very good, right? And if I say, are you crazy?
Tone number five.
Five, sir.
No,
Tone
listen
number
to it.
4.
One.
Tone number
One,
1.
because if you see the answer to this question is yes or no.
One, sir, one.
One,
Oh,
right?
yes, sir.
Are you crazy? Yes, can you hear me now? Yes, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, fine. Let me admit these students first, and then, so if there is any question, you can ask me. I know it is like you're studying these the first time, right? Or have you studied it before? On me.
Good
No,
morning,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. First
Good
time.
morning. Huh? Yes, have you studied it before? Did anybody?
No, sir.
No, sir,
No,
right.
sir.
No,
So
sir.
it really,
Yes, sir. First
really
time, sir.
helps you in speaking. Remember this thing, and especially if you have learned this language as a second language, English as a second language. So you should know about these different tones, right? Like, for example, if you see when you talk to somebody and like you have not said something wrong, but they tell you, well, I did not like your tone. See, right? They tell you this. Do you get it? Like they will say, well, I did, like, you didn't say anything wrong, but the way you said it is wrong. That really made me mad. Like the way you say it. Like sometimes your parents tell you that your tone is not the right tone. Okay. Like you should use a different tone. A respect is like if you talk to somebody with respect, it has a different tone. If you are angry, it has a different tone. If you are in a hurry, it has a different tone. Like, for example, if the house is on the fire and you call the fire brigade and you tell them, well, there is fire. See, they will not understand. But how would you say it? Can you tell me?
Four lage.
Yes, nos datache sanguel, it can give me a different meaning. Maybe because somebody has left you, okay, and you are
Sir,
in
I'm just
you are
kidding.
very depressed, and that's why you say or lage dale de or de pazड़ lage dale de kapakor de lage dale de pasal lage dale, right?
बिल्कुल सर.
So yes, people will not understand it. So
Sir,
really,
you getting my point?
Yes, I got your point, but I hope you also got my point.
Yes, sir.
Right. So the way you say it really matters. Okay. So you should learn how to say things, whether it's Urdu or Pashto or any other language. Remember this thing. Like some people, like if you see these Pathans, right? Like, for example, if you go to Punjab or Lahore, right? And there you talk to somebody in Urdu, they will like in minutes or in seconds, they will come to know that you are Pathan. Why? Even if you speak Urdu,
Because
why?
of tone.
Because of the
We
different
have a classy tone.
because yes, we have a different tone, right? So this accent varies, right? In like in some certain places there is a different accent. In English there are so many accents. In only in England there are like Irish, okay, Scottish, okay, Ireland has its own accent, American, Canadian, right? They have a different accent. So all these different regions have or have different accent. Okay, so I hope you understood this. You can go and search it and read about it. Okay. Okay, the second one, the
Sir,
next
kindly inform the town one.
what? Yes,
Town one.
tone one.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse
Yes.
me, sir. The students interfering.
Okay, 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 okay. Let me. Yes. It's always distracting. Like I admit them and then I have to go and they get disconnected and then I have to admit, readmit. Okay. So yes, tone number one is again, if you see, I've made it easy for you, is that there are questions, statements, take questions, and questions like to the to those questions, the answer is yes or no. That is called a tone number one. Okay, and that is also called a rising tone. So there are different names to this, or the down tone, okay, or the cross tone, or the down up, or the up down. But you can guess, right? You can tell by the structure. Do you understand? Should I go and talk about this sentence stress now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay, now if you see a sentence stress, right? The lesson we what we do is that we stress certain words and it changes the meaning. So if you see content words are stress words. Now content words means like content words means like the main verbs. Okay, these are content words. So in exams they can ask you, okay, what are content words? Content words are all those verbs, main verbs. Okay, the nouns, the adjectives, the adverbs. Okay, or the negative auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are not content words, but negative auxiliaries are content words. I'll give you examples. Okay. Now, structure words. Now, so one is the content words, and the other one is the structure words or the grammatical words, right? Like structure words, for example, preposition, pronoun, articles, conjunctions, okay, or auxiliary verbs like is or am or are or can or could. These are called auxiliary words. Could is a modal verb, but can, sorry, is, am, are, will, would, these are auxiliary verbs. Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So what
yes,
are the
sir.
content words? All the main verbs, the nouns, the adjectives, which really has meaning. And these structure words are also called grammatical words, which though they do not have meaning, but it has a grammatical function. Like for example, preposition to. There is no meaning of to, but it is a preposition. Like pronouns, right? He or she or you, or article there is no meaning of or the or an, but it has a grammatical function. So these two are different, right? Now if you see this sentence, let me do this, right? if you see this sentence, can you read this sentence, please? The I don't think she will listen.
Listen. We'll listen to him.
Yes, read this sentence, please.
I don't think
Which
she
of
will
the
listen to me.
Yes, wait a second. I don't think she will
Listen
listen
to me.
to him.
Listen
she
to
will
him.
So
and
yes, wait a second. Let me zoom in a little bit and then you will understand. So do you see it now, right? Clearly. I don't think she will listen to
Yes,
him.
sir.
Now, I'll say the same sentence in a different way and it will have a different meaning. If I put stress on certain words, like for example, okay. Now, if you put stress on I, okay, if I say, I don't think she will listen to me, it has a different meaning, okay? But if I put stress on don't, so let me do, now read this one, read it,
I
read the
don't
second,
think
I don't think she will listen to him.
and read the third one, somebody else.
I don't.
Samir,
I don't
read
think
the
he
third one.
will listen to him.
I don't think she will listen to him.
Very good. Okay, read the fourth one.
I don't think
I don't
she.
think
Yes,
continue.
रेस लगी.
रुको सो गए हैं।
I
yes,
don't think she will listen to him.
right. So see, if you put stress on some other words, right, it will give you a different meaning. So let me do this one, right? Okay. Now, if you see number one, right, in exam, they can ask you, right, like these kind of questions that when you, these are called stress sentences. Like, for example, number one, if I say, I don't think she will listen to him, it means that what? I don't think, but somebody else does. See, somebody else think that she will listen to him, right? I don't think that. So it's not me, it's somebody else because I'm putting stress on I. If you see, I don't think she will listen to him. So I'm putting stress on don't. It means that
Don't.
I'm not sure that I think that she will listen to him. Do you understand? That she will not listen to him.
Yes, sir.
Or if I say another one, I don't think she will listen to him. Here, if you see, I don't think that, I know that, okay? I don't think that, but I could be wrong. See, I don't think that, but I could be wrong. If I say, I don't think, like, I'm not sure. But if I say this third number, right? I don't, like this, another one, sorry. I don't think she will listen to him. If I say, I don't think she will listen to him. So I don't know, like maybe somebody else will listen to him, but not she.
But
Do you get it?
yes, sir.
Yes.
I
Yes,
don't
sir.
think she will listen to him. And the second last, I don't think she will listen to him. I don't think she will listen to him. See, the stress is on
Just
him.
him,
Means she will listen
yes,
to
sir.
somebody else, but not him.
But not he. Yes, sir.
Right, not him. So these are stress sentences that you put stress on some other words, and it really changed the meaning. There can be other examples, so you can go and find it out. Say certain sentences louder, practice it. It really needs, like, you need to practice it again and again. Listen to songs, sing songs, because it will help you understand different pitch, okay, different tones, where to say certain how to say certain sentences, when you want to put emphasis or stress on certain words or sentence structures. Yes? Is there anything you want to ask me? So, what is monotone? When there is no variation in your voice, okay? When there is no variation in your tone, is called a monotonous speech. Monotonous speech. When there is only one tone. I think that's it, right? So, if you want to ask me any question, so if I want to summarize it to conclude it, is that yes, listen, this is the it, this is it, right? This, you should know this. So see, we talked about fluency.
So send us this document.
See,
Sir, excuse me. Sir,
yes,
please do share these topics in the WhatsApp group.
today I will do that. After this class, I will send you these topics.
Okay,
So
sir.
yes, in order to be like, in order to learn how to be a good speaker, you should keep all this in mind, right? And practice, okay? That will help you so much. All right. So yes, if there is anything you want to ask me, you can ask me
Sir,
now.
sir, I have a question out of these topics, sir.
Yes, ask me. Yes.
Sir, if you want to start a book, to start reading a book, sir, is there a specific way to start a book, or you just open the book and start reading?
Well, if you're like, if you want, so why are you reading it, the book in the first place? That really matters. Because if you see, Francis Bacon said this, that there are some books to be tasted, some books to be chewed and digested, some books to be swollen, right? There are certain books to be just tasted, right? Like, for example, magazines, okay? You just pick a
Yes,
magazine, read it, and throw it. You just taste it. There are certain books that you have to achieve it and then digest it, right? Like the textbook. So if you want to read the
Overconfident.
textbooks, you read it in a different way with a different purpose. If you want to read a novel or a poem, okay, you read it in a different way. So so first tell me that what is your purpose, right? Like why you want to read. Yes, tell
sir,
me.
just to
Funny.
increase my knowledge and
Okay,
to increase the English
okay,
or
fine.
vocabulary.
Right, fine. Okay. If you are a reader, if you read, fine. If you have the habit, if you just want to be like, if you want to improve your or if you just want to read first, right? Like, for example, you don't read. Many of my students, they ask me that they want to read but they cannot, like how to start reading, okay? And reading is very important. So the first and the most important thing is that you take start from very simple books, because if you just pick a very complex book, you will not understand it and you will stop or you will quit reading, all right? So what I would
Yes,
suggest is that if you just a starter, if you just want to like develop this habit of reading, you just pick a very simple, interesting book so that you start reading it and you enjoy it. That really matters. And later on, you can go to the difficult topics or the difficult reading. But in the beginning, you should always pick something which is easy to understand.
yes,
And second thing is that it should be interesting. I've even given you
yes,
certain names. Like, for example, if you are a starter, you can start reading this Paulo Coelho, and he's very simple. You can understand it, or you can read Khalid Hosseini because his novels are very, very interesting
yes, sir.
and very easy.
The
I mean,
kite runner.
the Kite Runner. Yes, I told you. So if you want to improve your this, or if you want to have reading habits, you should go for these books. And so many people say that they want to read and they want to start reading and they pick Shakespeare drama. So when they read it, they don't understand it. And what happens is that they quit reading. So you should not pick something difficult first. You should pick something easy. Okay, it will help
Yes,
you. Right. Yes. Is there any other question? But remember, reading will help you in speaking because you are learning vocabulary. Okay.
yes, sir.
and sentence structure as well. So reading is the key. Remember, if you want to improve your writing, reading is important. If you want to improve your speaking, vocabulary or sentence structure, again, reading. If you want to be confident, again, reading. If you want to have knowledge, again, reading. So reading really, really is very, very important, right? In order to understand people, in order to be happy, you need to read, because if you read certain things, it will help you in your life. Like if you see all these people who reads, right? They can solve problems. Okay, they are very cool tempered, right? They don't get angry. Okay, they have a very stable kind of a life. So reading really helps you. You should read every day. I told you there are certain things I know you forget this one, but remember, speaking, writing, and reading, you should do it every day. It's like art. Remember, like if you see, if you want to be a better singer, people practice it, right? I mean, they jam, or in Urdu we say riyaz. So in the morning, there are certain scales or rag. You know rag in music, huh?
Yes, sir. It's a musical instrument.
No, rag means different tones or different scales,
Yes,
like sa
sir.
re ga
Oh,
ma
yes,
pa
yes.
da ni
Rag.
sa.
Rabab.
Okay,
Mare Gama Pa. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
yes.
know it.
So there are
Sir
different.
Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan.
Yes, no, what I'm just no, not only Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, all the singers know the different rags, and there are certain rags that you can only sing it in the morning. There are certain rags that you can sing them, practice
Like,
them in the evening. There are certain rags that you can practice it at night. So if you remember, I told you that that if you want to learn sentences, repetition is very, very important. You just pick one sentence, you speak it two, three, make few sentences in the morning and then in the evening and then at night, and it will help you, because repetition, these drills are very important. When we were in school, we learned these tenses by different drills. Okay, in Urdu, we used to call it gardan. Like nowadays,
yes,
if you
sir.
go to madrasa, all these people who memorize this Quran, what do? They do is that they follow this different kind of drills. They repeat it again and again and again and again, and it really helps. So there are certain sentences that you have to repeat them. If you want to have a certain accent, certain pronunciation, what happens is that you must repeat it again and again and again. So then
Yes,
it's
sir.
not very
Practice
easy.
makes a man perfect.
I know you know it, but you don't practice the way I tell you. You only
Yes,
practice when you have exams. That's why you have not learned these tenses yet. You still have
yes,
problem
sir.
in
That's the
tenses.
better reality.
So why do you do it? Why don't you understand it? I've told you many times. So my students, they always have this psychological problem. And you also have this 21st century problem is your mobile phone, that you are always on the mobile phone. Okay, it distracts you. Movies are easily available, so you can go and watch. I remember when I was a student, we used to bring these movies, and we used to pay for it. But nowadays it's free. You can download it free. So it's very difficult to manage time nowadays. So only smart student can do that. So if you manage your time well, you will learn. Otherwise, you will pass papers. I know you know how to pass papers. I know you just go and study
السلام
at
عليكم.
night and you pass the paper. Yes, but you should also learn, not for the paper. So when your exams are over and then you read, it really helps you. But if you're just reading for the exams, it will not help you. Yes, is there any question? Yes, girls.
No, sir.
Girls do not talk. They don't ask question. Yes, Faiza Latif, Aisha Farouk, Faryal, Filza
Asia
Hadi.
Aslam.
Yes, Asia
Thank you.
Manuela. Are you there, Manuela? Yes,
No, sir. She's
No,
not.
sir, they are
Yes,
absent.
sir. She's there.
she is here, but yes,
Yes, sir.
who is this? Manuela?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So say something.
Miyawali.
You are in section B, right, Manuela?
Yes, sir.
So say something, aid something. I mean, you were very active in the physical classes, but here online classes, you don't say things. You're very
Sir,
active.
I don't. Sir, because of the internet connection, sometimes I hear you well and sometimes not. So
Oh,
I
that's not.
I don't get.
Yes, you. We can
Oh,
tell
speed.
that you have a very poor connection, internet poor connection. It's okay.
Yes, sir.
Aftab Khan, are you there, Aftab? So I will take this attendance and you ask me question, or if you want to say something, it's your turn. You can talk.
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yes, this is Asia, I guess.
Yes, sir. Ask him.
Yes.
Sir, as reading newspaper help?
Yes, of course it helps. Newspaper really, really helps you. Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
But in newspaper you should read those editorials, okay, opinion pages, because you
Articles.
find very good articles there. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yes, but I know you will not read.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, section B. Who is present in section B? Shayan Naveed? No, Shayan Naveed. Bakhtawar was present, I guess. Bakhtawar. Malik Mahmood, please tell me who is present in section B, okay? You just, yes.
Sir, share the video in YouTube,
Okay,
sir,
okay,
please.
okay, I will do that. So you should watch these two videos and these two lectures were very important. I call like for this midterm paper. In midterm paper, I will ask you these questions because the stories we have read, the articles we have read, uh, I mean, I cannot make MCQs in those, but you should prepare these listening and speaking skill.
Sir, this
Yes.
Yes, sir.
speaking skill is just for MCQs.
Yes, for MCQs and long question as well. Like for example, in long question, I can ask you, "Maate ko."
Raji Mate.
Ma dekho, bachche bage
Raja.
baat nahi.
ए बस दे तडेर खुशहाली गई दे गपशप
सर मुझे
ये
प्रेजेंट
अरे
लगाओ।
बस गप
हाँ
मजाक ही
हाँ
करना।
लगा दिया आसिया प्रेजेंट
अच्छा।
अच्छा
और हबीबुल्लाह को प्रेजेंट लगाया।
yes Habibullah present. This was
Okay,
not a
sir.
right tone. See, this was not a right tone. Like they were Habibullah ko present lagaya. I mean, this is not the tone that you use it in with your teacher.
Sir, is her present, sir?
Yes, yes,
No,
present.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So is it okay? Should I leave now? Now Khushal just join in.
Habibi, you
Hello.
don't have the manners. You don't have the manners to how to talk with the
No,
teacher.
no, no, no. He just made a mistake. It doesn't count, right?
He's a
It's
bloody
okay.
illiterate person.
No, no, don't
Oh
say this.
man, come on.
Yes, you are exactly
What are you talking?
right.
No, no, they are.
Baby,
Shukr.
You are an illiterate and ignorant person, Habibi.
Not more than you because you. What are you talking in front of sir?
Yes,
She
please.
sir is in class.
Yes,
I
I
please.
think
think sir is gone. Sir has gone.
No, I'm
I
still
think he
here.
leave.
I'm still here,
sir is
but I
still
think
here.
I'm still here, but I think we should go because you will fight.
No, sir.
Okay, sir.